Hello everyone and welcome to Memory Flow, where we discuss fragrance and fragrance collecting. Now today is a very special video because we are finally going to smell two of the Guerlain exclusives. I was very curious I have been curious for quite a while now, and these are Blanche and Kadine. These are samples that I've had for maybe half a year now. But it was never the right time, so I've never smelled them. I was curious, but I've learned I have this ability to prolong, gratification. So yeah, that's not a problem for me. I can hold off. So I want to start with Blanche, just because I'm most curious about this one. So this one, Blanche, came out in 2020. It had such a beautiful bottle. It had a full white bottle. It was done by Delphine Yelk, and it had it's the usual naming scheme. You have L'Heure Bleue, and from that they inspired by that name, they made L'Heure de Nuit some time ago, which is discontinued now, I guess, and now L'Heure Blanche. So when you're a Guerlain fan and you hear this L'Heure Blanche and you check out the notes and you see milk, this is extremely different. This is supposed to be extremely different from anything they ever created. I want to try this on the skin, and this was done as a limited edition. So yay, this is the first time. This was a limited edition, and it sold for, oh god, such a very huge amount. I like $600, 600 euros, I don't know, and it was sold out very, I guess, quickly, because you couldn't find it. I couldn't afford it anyway. I wasn't going to buy it. I knew that. Oh my, this is beautiful. So this is I get an orange blossom in the opening, very citrusy. Oh, but this transforms into something so very different. There's something very delicate to this. It's delicate, almost like chamomile maybe. Let me open the page with this on Fragrantica, L'Heure Blanche. There you have, because I don't know the notes by heart, but this is supposed to be lactonic, so I'm very curious about that. This is indeed very white. It opens with white. It's very flowery. It's very flowery, and it has that citrusy bite that you get from, I want to say, La Colonne du Parfumeur, but that one is murkier. This is very much more delicate. This is like, this is more akin to, what's it called? Neroli Outre Noir. I wanted to do this video also because they, a few weeks ago now, they announced a new fragrance into the Latte La Matière, for the Latte La Matière line, which was called Musc Outre Blanc, and we have no idea what that is supposed to be. It might be L'Heure Blanche under a different name. It might not. I wouldn't get my hopes up. It might as well be another thing altogether. But this is very delicate. This is delicate and white and powdery, and it's something I cannot put my finger on. But it's still citrusy. But it's sort of, this is extremely fresh, but it's also extremely mild. I can barely feel it. So the thing is, I've opened the page on Fragrantica. They just list white flowers, and this could mean anything, but to my nose, this smells of, I get an incredibly milky tea. It's an incredibly vivid milky tea vibe. So it has to be something akin to neroli or orange blossom, along with maybe jasmine and or chamomile. It does have a strong tea vibe, but it's very white, and I'm guessing there's something of a sandalwood note in there because it's very creamy. It's very creamy, guys. Oh my god. And this has beautiful evolution. This is milk. It's milky tea. What's interesting is I'm thinking about the way they called it. It's L'heure blanche. I cannot find any throwback, any callback to L'heure bleue, but indeed this is a white fragrance. And it's getting warmer. The scent is getting warmer and warmer, and you kind of had to expect this. This is also an ambery. It's an ambery fragrance. And I'm kind of waiting for that iris because I see some iris listed in there. You get the white musk. There's a lot of white musk in this. This is what it reminded me at first. It reminded me of La Colonne du Parfumeur because of the orange blossom and the white musk. But it also has this almost biscuit vibe. It's a biscuit, white bread vibe. I mean, this is why I cite sandalwood. Maybe it's sandalwood, I don't know. But it has a very delicate, sweet biscuit flavor. Something with grain, made out of grain, of flour. This is very white. This is very white indeed. So yeah, I like it. It's something I would definitely be curious into knowing more about. Was it worth the price range? I have no idea. As usual, you're the one who's supposed to judge that. I have no idea. $600 for this, I don't know. But this is very beautiful. It's very delicate. This is not a strong fragrance. It's not. It's something that's so delicately white. You don't. You're not supposed to expect something that's extremely powerful, extremely in your face. It's just delicate white flowers on a bed of milk. And this biscuit ambery vibe. It's good. It's very much akin to Aqua Allegoria, the line, the whole line. I mean, this could have been an Aqua Allegoria for sure. Okay, we need to let this settle a bit more. Oh, on the blotter you get some minty vibes also. Very interesting. Okay, now on to Kadine. Kadine. This is a very beautiful name. This is a remake, the way they started doing with Folarum. They remade Folarum in the last 2 years. I don't know when, but in the last 2 years they remade Folarum, which was no longer available, I think, and now it was time for Kadine. Of course, they are these are treated as high exclusives. They are at a very high price point. Again, I don't know exactly how much they are being sold for. I will write on the video. It's more than $600. I think Kadine comes in X-ray mode, in X-ray form. I'm pretty sure about that. It has the small bottle, the small quadrilobe, for 30 milliliters, I think. But Kadine is interesting because it's another, like Folarum, it's another scent from the Belle Epoque, if I'm not mistaken. This was done by Jacques Guerlain. The original, not this one. This was worked on by the house perfumer, Thierry Vasser, and probably Delphine Yelk. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how this is supposed to smell, but I am expecting the Belle Epoque vibe. A lot of heliotrope. I don't know. Lots of blue flowers. This is Jacques Guerlain at its finest. At his finest. Oh, and this is extremely animalic, in the sense of this. I get a huge cumin, clove vibe. It kind of smells like. Oh wow, this is very powerful. This is very blue. It smells very much like a combination between. This is the meeting point of L'Heure Bleue. And this stage, at this stage, right? It's the meeting point between L'Heure Bleue and Après l'Ondée. This is such a pleasure to smell. A lot of cloves in this, a lot of, this is like, so, this smells like a human body, which, of course, Jacques Guerlain always said. I'm quoting Jacques Guerlain through Amy from Savor Salvage Scent, because Jacques Guerlain always said that there's something from the undercarriage of a woman in every perfume he makes. This is true for L'Heure Bleue especially, and Après l'Ondée to some extent. And this is especially true for Kadine. By the way, Kadine means... so it's very much... It's easier in Romanian, my mother tongue, because we have the word Kadına in our language, which is the wife. It's a wife in Turkish. I think it's the name for wife. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the wife of a sultan or of a rich person in medieval in the Ottoman Empire. I have no idea. Or does it more have the connotation of lover, even prostitute, even courtesan? I have no idea, but I think it's a combination of everything put together. So it's supposed to be something that reminds us of exotic beauty, exotic femininity, and stuff like that. This is very almondy now. It's very heavy on the tonka, so the Guerlain is on the heavier side of things. This is very much easier. This is more recognizable for me. I haven't smelled them at all, but this is much more recognizable Kadine than L'Heure Blanche. L'Heure Blanche is something completely new to me. There's only a few of the reference from the modern parts of Guerlain perfumery I can make, whereas Kadine is right at home to me. This is very easy to me for me to discuss. So the Gallinade is on the heavier side of things. It's on the blue flower part. It's very much iris, heliotrope, violets, of course. And on the woody side, with the tonka, the almondy side, the bitter side, because of those both the violets and the tonka. And it also has that green, crunchy, basically violets that you get in Après Landais. And that there's something edible. There's something edible in this, which reminds me of marzipan. Something boozy. It's very complex. Love it. Love it. But again, at this stage, it continues to be kind of the middle point between L'Heure Bleue and Après Landais. Imagine, but it's closer to Après Landais, with a touch of the human and the edible, which is very. This is a kinky fragrance. It's much more. It's much funkier than Après Landais. Let me open the page with Kadine. Kadine. Let me see. I don't find. Let me see the original. When was it? What was it made? So 1911. This is when the original came out. Now this one came out in 2021. This is rather new. Let me see. This was done by Thierry Vasset. So the notes for this are bergamot, green notes. I wonder what the green notes might be. Could it be galbanum? Because it's also quite similar to Vol de Nuit. Also, it's similar to Vol de Nuit, the X-ray, because it's much darker. It's much the florals are much denser, but it's very much on the iris. So the notes are funny because they don't cite any heliotrope in this. Well, it's Fragrantica. I should probably check the official website. It's jasmine, iris, rose. Maybe. What I do get is a lot of iris, violets. Well, iris and violets are kind of the same thing, you know. But it's mostly iris because it's in the greener, fresher side of things. And a lot of powdery heliotrope. This is very powdery. Then vanilla and leather. I am also very curious as to how this will progress on the skin, because as it is, so yeah, again, no almonds, no tonka, nothing. I'm curious about the vanilla. Maybe this is the edible parts. Oh, so the sad part is Kadine was also a limited edition. I had no idea. So only 691 pieces they made. Alas, this was in X-ray version of the 30 milliliter bottle, and the nose was Thierry Vasset, of course. The bottle is just gorgeous. I love the arches, which are supposed to symbolize a fountain. This is art. This is art when it comes to perfume bottles and perfume design in general. I would have loved this. Maybe this Kadine I would have loved to get to know better, to have. But again, the price point was just yowza. It was too much for me. I couldn't possibly afford that. So L'Heure Blanche, just to give you my final thoughts on this, L'Heure Blanche is something that I would definitely want to get to know better. But as it is right now, this is a very it's simple, it's delicate, it's white, it's very citrusy, quite citrusy. It's milky, but not in the way you would expect a milky fragrance to be. It's not overtly milky. It's just a milk optical impression of white. It's just whiteness. It also has this creamy undertone, which is beautiful. It's layered. It's very mild. It's very not pretentious. It's simple to wear, comfortable. Yeah, it's tea. It's a cozy scent. This would have done wonders in the Aqua Allegoria line. Yeah, so I will have to get this L'Heure Blanche. I will have to understand it a bit better. Maybe I have like 2 more wears out of this. I don't know. And this Kadine is just sumptuous. This Kadine is... I'm going to wear L'Heure Bleue today just because this reminds me so much of L'Heure Bleue. This turn, so it started more similar to Après L'Ondée, and it becomes much more akin to L'Heure Bleue. It's that clovey, licorice, marzipan feel that's not gourmand in any way. It's just rich and playful, and it's been a pleasure to get to know. There's something extremely nostalgic and of course melancholy about this scent, joyful as it is. It's also quite musky. So yeah, I will wear L'Heure Bleue just because I love it, and this fragrance reminded me so much of L'Heure Bleue. So if you want to experience Kadine, just go for L'Heure Bleue and maybe Après L'Ondée, which you can still find, and you can still find for decent prices. But this is sort of a combination between Après L'Ondée, Voldigny, and L'Heure Bleue, and kind of does its own thing with the way tonka is represented in this. I'm actually surprised there's so much bitterness into this fragrance. Yeah. So there you have it. This was my first impressions. I don't know, maybe it was wrong to smell them, to report my my thoughts without smelling them previously. I have no idea. You be the judge of that. If I made any mistakes, be sure to correct me in the comments below. So I hope you have beautiful and very calm and relaxing holidays, and we will see you soon. So until next time, remember, fragrance creates memories, and may yours be happy.